go live, Anna?
Yeah, let's go live. If the person doesn't mind if the content goes away, if they're gonna download it straight away, then by all means.
Okay.
Welcome, Sean. I see you. Great to have you here. Miss
Good to see you
Angelica,
here.
we see you as well. Alexis, welcome. Teresa
Meryl.
and the legend Meryl, you're here as well. Welcome, welcome, my good friends. Great to see you all. You know how this works, right? We'll wait for a few more to join us, and then we should begin our interesting conversation today. And it will be good to hear from
It's
you,
a great
Richard.
one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen you
This
for a
is
while,
something
Richard.
everybody can do.
I haven't seen Richard for a while, but I'm glad you're back, my friend. Great to see you. Melvin will see you as well, my friend.
You're so well.
It's not like you said, Donna. I think the topic is very important. The topic is at the heart of business, really. Dr. Gwendolyn will see you as well, of course. Welcome. We appreciate all of you. Collaboration is key in everything we do. In my word, anyway. I'll tell you why. And then I guess I hope you agree. It's only it'd be good to hear your thoughts, your experiences. But I guess the reality is that anything that involves humans is never easy, right? It's never as straightforward as it could be. It's not, it's there's always challenges. So it's trying to make sense of how do we make decisions, the right choices for us. Who do we collaborate with? And how do we make it work? That's the conversation I'm hoping we're going to have today. Of course, my usual questions in the description. If you want to have a look at those, please, you're welcome. So I'll certainly go through the questions again when I invite you to come and share, my friends. Mr. Junaid, I see you. Welcome. Gregory, I see you too. Francis, Iris, Damien, Jessamy, I see you as well. Welcome, all of you. I love that how these rooms fill up. And he's thinking, do I do more DMs? I'm quite relaxed. You're here, that's the important thing. So give it a couple more minutes and then we should begin the conversation, my friends. Donna, how's life going with you?
Yeah, life is going great, and I want to give a shout out to Jess May King. So if any of you are on here, have a look at the people around you in the room because me and Jess are doing powerful collaborations together. Jess is in Melbourne, and I'm in Perth, Australia. But you never know when you go on your intuition and your guidance. I was connected to Jess through my childminder back in Ireland before we even left Ireland, and intuitively I was drawn to the energy of what Jess does in her VA company, but also in her consulting. And it's incredible when you trust your instincts and don't just go full in and then kind of use that wider lens. But trust your feeling, trust your gut. Do I feel like I need to have a conversation with this person? What does that entail? Allow yourself to be open to opportunities, folks. Allow yourself to widen your lens. Someone may not be in a field that you necessarily coin something that's applicable for you, but you don't know how they may connect you to somebody else or someone else or someone else after that. And I love Jess is an incredible connector. And I love the power that comes from expanding your own connections, from thinking endless possibilities as opposed to restrictions. So this is what I want you to do. Use today's opportunity on collaboration to feel your way into other people in this group. Go have a look at their pictures, see what are you drawn to, have a look and see the words and the language. Is that person worth having a call for? Maybe it's just a connection overseas. But we just don't know what we don't yet know yet. So I just wanted to highlight that and I am doing great. We're in Australia now nearly 7 months, I think. Settled in really good, incredible opportunities because again, we have widened that lens to think and recognize opportunities when they come. And this is the power of collaboration worldwide. It's the power of the internet. It's the power of being open. And it's the power of assumption, and this is part of what we're going to talk about today as well, Annie, isn't it? It's about what assumption do you hold about collaborations, what assumption do you hold about others, maybe connecting with you. Yeah.
Definitely. It's funny how the world moves. I say funny, the world can move forward very quickly, and it's a wonderful thing. It would say, I mean, we call it luck when things happen, but as you always remind me, Donna, it's not work, it's not luck, it's hard work that we've done, meeting, preparation meets opportunity, and we call it luck. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. You're still, at least now, I'm sure you feel more at home. You know, are you feeling more Australian now? Can you feel, can you feel Australian? Is that a thing?
Not, I wouldn't even say Australian, but feeling at home.
Mm,
I
mm,
certainly do. And the incredible Michael is on here as well. That one of one, that connection when you're in an energy, there was nothing wrong with Ireland. But when you're connected to an energy source and when you're living in an energetic point in whatever suburb you're in, whatever country you're in whatever energetic flow. And I'll always explain to people I used to live in Sydney with my husband and our first son, and I always found the energy like a washing machine. I always found it really fast, high running energy all the time. Whereas in Perth, I find Perth a lot more ease and flow. And that's one of my taglines, ease and flow, because it's that this is the energy that I love running in. It's the energy that I love experiencing. So the energy of Perth, I would say, Emmy, is really right for us. I feel like this is our right home at this moment in time, at this present moment.
mm.
And that's all we live in is the present now. Our kids feel at home in their school. We feel at home in this community. So yeah, things are flowing and we feel at home with the connections that we're making, which is very important. So thanks for
Brilliant,
asking.
brilliant, brilliant. Alicia, I see you, one of our super coach in the world. So I'm glad you're here. Shayna, I see you too. Michael, you got a mention as well. So always great to see you in our rooms. My friend Kenneth, yeah, no, Kenneth, good to see you. Kenneth's gonna send me a message about chocolate soon. He loves to highlight the beauty of chocolate because he just loves chocolate. If you haven't seen a picture of him and the chocolate bar, you don't know what I mean. But connect with him. I'm sure you soon find out. Mr. Jonathan, great to see you here, my friend. I know you're a busy man. So this man is doing his doctorate, so every moment you spend with us, I truly appreciate. I thank you. As anyone knows, that we love to keep this room on time. We love to keep this room on schedule and let you leave because we appreciate your time. Donna, let's kick it off and let's start the conversation. Those who join will join, and they can catch up or connect with us, connect with any of you to find out what we shared today. So, welcome to our Being Your Authentic Self and Business LinkedIn audio event, and that's where we talk about business growth, and but business growth, also relies on personal growth. Many of us tend to separate the two, and I found that is a false dichotomy, really. So, thanks to learning about mindset, I've grown personally, and my business has grown at the same time. So, I guess my thing in this room is to share some of my learnings about how to really build a business. Invariably, so all the parts of business, building a business, have a mindset element to them. I probably go as far as saying these days, maybe building a business is 98% mindset, 2% what we do. If we don't think the right things, if we don't feel the right things are important to us, then nothing seems to work. That's why I do these rooms. Of course, Donna is my mindset coach, and I happily admit, a year and a half ago, I had no clue about mindset really. Let's say 2 years ago. I spent 15 years or 10 years in my business. I didn't have a clue about mindset. And this it took me, which is one of Donna's challenge, the 10-day challenge. Yes, I had to wake up some ungodly 5:30 in the morning for 10 days. But I learned very quickly the power of mindset to transform lives. I tell you this now because this is my story, and I tell this story in the chapter in my upcoming book, Lessons Learned Through COVID. When I explain what I learned through the pandemic, and my story is a mindset story, really. So if if you want to know more about me, my background, and I guess how I went through, how I survived the pandemic, what I've learned, my inspiration, my message for anyone, please, when the book comes out, do check it out for sure. Otherwise, you can connect with me. So I'm keen to talk to anyone. I want to make friends with everyone. It's the only way that you can sort of really utilize your connections, on this platform. I try to talk to everyone I connect with. Of course, it's easy when you got 10 connections. When you got 100, you got a problem. When you got 1,000, it's impossible. When you got 10,000, yeah, good luck with that. But I'm still keen to meet as many people as possible. Look, the book is my favorite thing at the moment. The book is what keeps me excited. And book writing, book production, book publishing is one of the things I do that really excites me in life. So if you have book writing dreams, let's talk. I got a team that will help you write your book. So my part is the layout and publishing and the marketing side. If you've got a book that's sitting on the shelf on Amazon doing nothing, again, let's talk. So I'd love to help you get the book out to the world. So that's what excites me. I see my good friend Occam just joined us. Welcome, sir. Glad you're here. Now Occam is a new breed. I say new. Occam is a new breed of people that I'm meeting these days. People who do healing, which I think is the next level of coaching, really. So I'm glad you're here, my friend. Damien, I see you as well. My good friend Jeffrey. I spend many nights with Jeffrey. I really do. Jessica, great to see you as always. And Mackenzie, thanks for joining us as well. Look, of course, now I'm going to pass the mic to my co-host. I can't do these rooms by myself. I don't do any rooms by myself. My co-hosts are the ones who bring the genius. I play a part. That's what collaboration really is. So let's hear from Donna, and then we can get into the conversation. Donna, the mic is yours.
Hi, folks. For those that haven't met me yet, you're so welcome. Thank you for taking the time and joining our room today. Your time currency is valuable, and we appreciate you being here. And to all those beautiful souls that come here every other week to join us, thank you. We appreciate you, and we value your time as well. So I will always start by telling people you're exactly where you're meant to be at this moment in time. Have a pen and paper ready if you have it. Whatever irks you out of this conversation today or might rub you up the wrong way or might irritate you, write it down and ask yourself why. Because usually things are a mirror reflection of what we feel inside internally, and our feelings don't lie. They're there to point us in the right direction, to help us evolve and elevate human to human. It's that side where our awareness levels up. And so this is exactly what I do, folks. I help philanthropic entrepreneurs to intentionally design and create and live, most importantly, their legacy design. Also thinking about creating that generational impact for generations to come. I am founder of the Good Life approach, which empowers entrepreneurs to go all in on themselves. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're sitting there with limiting beliefs, with things showing up, like we all do, and you would like some help to elevate and evolve through that by connecting with yourself, by tuning into you, by understanding and embodying your new feelings, your new ideas, your new beliefs, so that you can be of more service doing what you need to do here, then give me a shout. I have multiple experiences and wisdom in my own life, multiple impacts. I'm a best-selling author. I'm a mommy to three boys. I have over 15 years experience as a nurse. I've been doing a deep dive into myself now for over three and a half years. I'm certified NLP. I trained with Bob Proctor and his company and Mindset Consultant. So I have an array of vast experience. But the most important thing I want you to take away today is anyone you talk to about me, anyone that you ask questions or any videos that you watch, anything I share comes from my heart. It comes from learned experience, and it comes from understanding that I am here for a service, whatever you need to connect with, whatever you need to hear. That's where my skill set lies. It's in bringing that part of you out. It's allowing you to shine, allowing you to brighten your light, your essence, and really
Mm.
embody that to live your life in giving service to what you're here to do in this earth. So you're welcome. And today we're talking about collaborations because we can't do things on our
Mm.
own.
Mm.
We can, but the power of one, of understanding that we are all one and we are all connected, is massive. So
Mm.
when you talk about tuning in and that power of collaboration, you're tuning in and connecting to a different part of you, which expands that ripple effect, that wave effect out to others, creating that impact, creating for generations to come, creating for now. And this is the power of the collaboration. So, Annie, I'm looking forward. Do you want to kick it off there?
Yeah, I am on the right. I am on the right tab. Get all
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
You see, on the days I get to speak, I try and feel some nerves, but it's more excitement than nerves, really. So, Leah, I see you. Welcome, Leah. Leah's, the experts in how to build wealth, how to build your wall of wealth. She's written a book about it as well. Connect with her if you want to make your money stay and build a legacy and build, do all the things that you dream of, including financial freedom. So Leah is the one to definitely turn to. Now, Barbara, I see you too. Francis, welcome all of you. My friends, the topic today is collaboration. I say, before I head into that, I'm lucky to have made friends in business. Friends like Donna. Donna's, of course, I think we all, what's what I'm looking for? We're humble people. That's the truth, right? So Donna is transformative. She transformed my life, like I said earlier. From my COVID story, but no, Donna's no, for to me, Donna's real expertise, apart from being a great person, is the fact that she applies the power of mindset to business. No one else I know, almost has this gift of looking at business things from a mindset perspective. So the power of collaboration, you can see it in many different ways. But I can turn to Donna and say, right, I can't, my customer's not paying, and she'll find, the mindset answer, which my way of thinking, my way of being, and my way of feeling that we can work on, which does change the situation and gets me the results I want in business. That's part of that's part of collaboration, really. Also having a say, having other brains. It's a joy when you have the people who truly can move you forward. So let me explain a bit more, and I hope you will come and share with us, and I'll say this open to everyone. So do raise your hand when the time comes. Going to looking at my script, I do write a script for this audio room. Collaboration is simply the fastest way of building a business, and I've found, by the friends I've made, the relationships I've built, the people I've got to work with. My business has literally grown much faster than I could ever have done it myself. Everything I do is collaboration. Yes, many of you know I do many audio rooms, and they are all collaborations. Some are my friends who contract my time, of course, but many rooms are me just meeting people who have a genius that I want to bring to the world, and we'll find a way to work together, without necessarily trading money for the work we do together. I guess there is a definition of collaboration which I think is worth bearing in mind. And I looked on Google, and collaboration, it says, means to work with others to create new solutions with shared efforts, shared risks, and shared rewards. The important thing for me there, my friends, is the new solutions. I can't create, I don't create many new things by myself. I do create new things, by the way. Because of the way I work, I love to do nitty gritty marketing. I love just doing DMs. I love doing audio rooms. I love to do things, actually physically, to actually do things. I talk, but I don't know. And that's not my thing at the moment. Doing is more fun for me. That's how I learn what really works. But so through my collaborations, I get to create new services. I offer all sorts of different services now. But say I do web design. I've never designed a website in my life. I do guaranteed Amazon bestseller service. I didn't create the software. Someone did. I can get people online, for literally a few $100s, which is a website, social media, plus email marketing. Again, I didn't create it. I've got partners who did. But let's say collaborations are different than other relationships that we have in business. It's not a customer client relationship. It's not a customer supplier relationship. It's not a referral relationship either. So it's been very clear. That for me, the beauty is that creating new solutions. And so, like I say, I built my business by collaborating with geniuses. Which enables someone like me, even you, in any small business, to almost it's not trouble now 10 times your capacity easily. Left on my own, so I'm sure I'll be doing some things, but nowhere near as many things to help my customers as I do today. The question for you, I guess, is now, who are you collaborating with, my friends? Who's in your circles? Who do you hang around with? Of course, on a simple level, it's, I guess as we get better at what we do, as we get to know, as we become more expert, then the universe tends to help us by attracting the right people that we need to move us forward. That's the power of collaboration to me. So literally, as I've gone along, I've met the right people at the right time who add to my business. So it's not even Miss Angelica is one of those people that I've met. Literally, I did all the rooms for a while. I met Angelica, and suddenly we're doing rooms together, and we'll do many other activities that help our clients together as well. That didn't happen on day one. That came at the right time when I developed a confidence and a reputation and an ability in audio rooms. So this is the first part of mindset. In marketing, in fact, that we will attract those who we want to work with, who we can work with, who we need to work with. So that's the mindset plays a big part in making collaborations work, in my experience anyway. I guess maybe the next question is, so how do we know who is the right collaboration for us? I guess I've learned. I guess for me, it's about being intentional. And again, I've learned from working with Donna that life is something that I can design. So yes, of course, many of us things just happen to us. But to me, I've had to come around to the idea that there's a greater power than me, in the universe. So all I have to do is essentially dare to dream, dare to say what I want, dare to believe what I want, dare to call in what I want. That's Donna's language completely, right? Now that's what then begins the process of attracting the people who I then turn around to you and say, oh, I'm lucky to have met this person. So literally, it's a miracle that this person came across my life when they did. Now, it is by intentional design, though. I understand the point and I appreciate the point. Intentional design to me essentially comes down to being very clear. Who do I want to meet? What do I need to move the business forward? What's my next step? Maybe I'm wrong, but literally, what do I think is the next thing I want to do? When I said, what's my next? When I asked, what's my next step? Then book marketing, book writing became my next step, and suddenly I found a partner who does book marketing. Many of you know her, Dr. Ava. Again, I think it's only when I dare to say, "Here's what I want," that the universe says, "Okay, here's the right person for you." Now, Donna, I guess, please, the power of autosuggestion, the power of attracting the people that you want, that you need to work with. Anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, massive. So I think as entrepreneurs, and even just human to human aside, we all have needs, wants, desires, whatever it is. But if you don't understand yourself, if you don't understand that there is a God, an energy, a universe, a source like a quantum field, and that you can put that God to, it's a God of your understanding, it's a universe of your understanding, it's an energy field of your understanding, it's how you perceive whatever idea or whatever concept that you create in your mind, that you create in your logic, that you create in your heart. It's how you perceive this idea and take it and then add this assumption to your word, to your reality. So it's ask yourself, what is my assumption about collaborations? What is my assumption about attracting the right people? What is my assumption about my energy, my mindset, about how I can actually mind shift? So, your mindset is that energy in your body, throughout your whole body, that is your point of magnetism. It's your point of always attracting. But if you don't understand about universal laws, if you don't understand that everything is always moving and that there's a law of vacuum, so if you don't intentionally decide to put something into your world, if you don't start getting intentional about the things that you want in your business, in your life, in your relationships, starting with the relationship with yourself, then you're going to attract whatever is your most dominant feeling, your most dominant energy. So when Annie is saying there about auto suggestion and intentional design, regardless if you're in business or as an entrepreneur, and what I teach entrepreneurs, which is really critical, is you have to go back to the source of the energy point in your world, which is you. If you don't do this, if you're not aware of this, make it your business to find out. Jump on a call with me and have a conversation to expand and evolve your thought process, your thought tank. Because at the minute, your awareness is exactly where it's meant to be. So you're on this call to hear something from me, to hear something from Annie, to hear something from the speaker that's going to challenge your ideas on how you do business, going to challenge your ideas about how you view relationships. It's going to challenge your ideas on how you live your life. And so when it comes to auto suggestion is just simply giving yourself a command, giving yourself an idea, giving yourself a concept, an assumption, and telling yourself that over and over. Because the human side, this bag of bones that we only rent, it responds to your voice. It responds to your feeling. It responds to the connection of the spirit that is within you. That is how you move your energy. That is how you get in control of your thinking process, your thought tank. But that comes with a baggage of bullshit. It comes with a rucksack that's attached to your back that you've allowed other people's assumptions, your family, your friends, colleagues, experiences of your lifetime. That sits on your back, either knowingly or unknowingly, until you're ready to tap in, until you're ready to ask yourself a better question, until you're ready to actually look at your life and say, right, do I accept the things that are happening? Or do I reject them, call them what they are, and decide that I'm going to change? So go back to the auto suggestion, what Annie is saying there, to empower yourself with what shifts you need to do. And when that relates to collaborations, where is your beliefs? Because everything comes back to your belief, your self identity, your self concept that you hold of you. Do I believe I'm worthy to contact this person? They have X amount of followers, they have X amount of people. Why would they want to connect? Why would they want to do business with me? Why would they want to collaborate? Your energy speaks for you before you even type a message. Your energy speaks for you to and through your voice. If you send voice messages, to and through your physical connection. But when you're sending a message out to somebody else on LinkedIn, The best advice I can give, and I'll always say this with any of my clients, is check your vibration, check how you're feeling. Are you in a bad mood? Do you feel less than? Are you filled with self doubt, imposter syndrome? Have you been procrastinating? Go and shift your energy. Use your auto suggestion to put better, more empowering, more worthy ideas into your think tank so that you can shift that energy to put it out to somebody that you wish to collaborate with. Why do I want to talk to that person? What attributes do I see in them or value in them that I appreciate? And know then through your understanding of self that you recognize these attributes because they're already within you. That's why
Yeah.
you recognize them, folks. So
No.
I hope that helped answer that a bit,
Yeah.
Annie, and I hope it also give people food for thought in their own thinking process and limiting belief as to how this all correlates to how you create your world through intentional design.
It definitely does. You explain, the principles of mindset much better than I do. I do aim to explain them, my friend, only because I have a belief that I understand things more when I can explain them to other people. Well, I have the expert here, I might as well let the expert, you know, educate us in that sense. Now, Timmy Lane, I see you. Welcome, welcome. So I'm glad you're here, Mr. Dominic. Those great audio rooms, my friend Ema. Passionate person of African businesses and African culture. Glad you're here. So my friend Marsha, whilst running her not for profit that's saving the world. I'm glad you're here, my friend. That's literally your time is so valuable. All of you, I appreciate you. The legend, Miss Melissa Houston. You haven't been to Melissa's room with Felipe. Try go along. It's always fun, a different way. It's not a different way. I love the banter in the room. This energy that they give out in the room, which is information and literally entertainment at the same time. It's when you can turn the audio rooms into edutainment. I think that you truly win the game. And Melissa is a legend at that. So Dwight, I see you. Oh, come please, now raise your hand again. Look, if you raise your hand, so just stay in the queue. We'll bring you up. I promise you. Because of course we'll leave on time. We'll bring people up one at a time. That way, I control the stage, and then otherwise, we'll overrun by a long way, and then I feel bad because your time is then no, it's just waste. No, we're not wasted, but we take too much of it than I intend to take. Self discipline and boundaries, Miss Angelica, is what we said we're going to do from now on. Crystal, welcome. Jason, I see you too. So one of my mindset legends I do a room with every other Wednesday. Dr. Leslie Flowers is here as well. I appreciate you. So Dr. Leslie is more into achieving your goals in 12 weeks or less. Our marketing friend Brian, I'm glad you're all here, my friends. So Donna makes left on a good point. There is this, it's all right meeting the people that the universe brings to you because you need to meet them. I guess I do ask that question of do we share similar values? If I'm going to work with you, my friends, I need to know that we can work together. Now, part of that is us sharing something similar in terms of our beliefs, our goals. Our beliefs about how business works, our beliefs about marketing, our beliefs about the people that we exist to serve. That's some similarity that we can both at least work on to build on to sort of go forward. Of course, unless we can build a relationship, my friends, it's very hard to work with someone. It's not impossible, but it's much easier if we can be friends. Friends, and they're the ones who become business partners. It could be the other way around, say, but literally we have to be able to get on if we're going to work together, right? As Donna says, we must know who we are. We must know our goals. We must know what we exist for, what our unique skills are. In the glib world of audio rooms, we say you must know your why. I think it's more than knowing your why. It's knowing what you're trying to achieve. What's the problem you're trying to solve. That's the only way I'm going to know that you, with your, your expertise, could be right for my business, could be the right one for me to partner with. Now, I would say ultimately, me choosing to work with anyone, it's a gut feeling that I get. It's a gut feeling that says, right, this person feels right to work with. Now, sometimes we're just wrong, right? That's c'est la vie. That's just how it is, right? We live and learn, so to speak. No, but I'm learning to trust my instincts more and more to make the right choices. I guess that this comes back to my point about the universe knows who I need. And then I guess that's why our paths have crossed. But that only happens, like I say, when you have clarity and when I'm ready to take the next step in my business and what I do. Now, there's a question. I guess there are a few elephants in the room when it comes to collaborations, my friend. Donna mentioned it. One of them very in passing almost. Because many people, let's face it, have had collaborations that flop. People let you down. People don't know. People you think share your values don't really share. They've got different values altogether. Now, some people are just plain greedy. Let's face it, right? Some people don't really want to put the effort in. They believe in you putting the effort in, and you sharing the rewards. Some people just want the money. And I tell you one that's really weird, which happens very often. Is people who what they're really doing is competing with you. So that thing, better devil you know. So there's people who they look like your friends, like your partners, but literally what they're really doing is trying to, you know, take away from your abilities and your reach, so to speak, right? And they want to the cream for themselves. It's a weird thing. So I guess the question here is, are collaborations easy? Of course not. But what do you really believe about collaborations? Again, I meet people who don't really who want to protect their air quotes secrets, their business secrets, their business process, their business knowledge, because they don't want someone else to take it away from them for the reasons I just mentioned, right? What do you think of collaborations really? Do you believe in them? Do you expect the relationships to work? Do you expect them to fail? Again, I'll say, we have to have a positive mindset, a positive belief about collaborations. Otherwise, what we what we put out to the world, my friends, what we expect to happen, what we tell ourselves is going to happen is usually what happens. If we say it's going to fail, guess what? It likely will fail. Again, Donna, I'll come back to you on this if you don't mind. How do we affect the results that we get in this way?
So I would ask you, it's not from your teeth out, it's not from this rented bag of bones that you call your human body. It's from your energy field. So if there's quantum physics, if there's an energetic field here that science has declared and dictated, it's here, it's present. When you feel somebody standing right behind you, but your physical eyes can't see them, you sense that they're behind you. You sense that space and time. You sense that energy of somebody else. You can sense if somebody's in a good mood. You can sense if somebody is in a bad mood.
Mm.
So this is about you being aware of yourself. What is your most dominant feeling? When you talk about collaborations, even run that word collaboration and run the question through your head now. What do I think about collaborations? What do I feel about collaborations? And notice the energy. Notice how that feels in your body. What do I feel about collaborations? What's my assumptions? Have I been burned in the past? Do I have a fear, a limiting belief that I've heard that X has happened to somebody in the past, that they got really burned, that someone stole all their secrets, that somebody copyrighted, that somebody now does whatever? Did it happen to me? Is it just a fear mongering thing out there and I've latched on to this belief that I can't do any collaborations because I can't go into them wholeheartedly because I'm afraid to give? When you ask yourself these basic questions, it's really liberating because you can understand where your feeling sits in your body. And why this matters is because your feeling is the same thing as your emotion. It's the same thing as your vibration. It's the same thing as your energy. And it's attached to the energetic field that science tells us that moves all the moving parts. It magnetizes you to everyone and everything that experiences opportunities in your world. Good, not so good. Again, that comes to the law of polarity. There's always opposites. So go back to your feeling in your body that you hold about collaborations. What are your beliefs? Take time if you have a pen and paper after the call and write them down. Because whatever your belief about a conversation is, if you don't begin peeling back the layers of this onion, if you aren't honest with yourself, if you're sitting there in the BS going, ah, yeah, I think they're fine, but internally, your deeper feeling is, no, I've been burned before, or I'm actually scared. I find them challenging, I find them vulnerable because I don't want to share my truth with somebody else. I'm not in that space yet. I'm not really doing as good as I feel I should be. So I don't want to be vulnerable and have the courage to be honest with somebody else because I don't want them thinking less than of me. Is this making sense, folks?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect
Because
sense.
at the end of the day, we all follow Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all want to provide that shelter, provide that abundance, provide that prosperity and protection in our lives. But we also want to live our lives our way on our own terms in that financial freedom, in that time freedom, in that freedom to be ourselves. So whether you're talking about a collaboration, whether you're talking about just being, can you see the thread that everything comes back to you and your emotion? So whatever your strongest emotion is, this is what you're addicted to. This is what you feed into what we call the subconscious part of your mind. And all you need to know about this is that this is the part that gives you every result in your life. So if you're not willing to reassess, if you're not willing to ask the questions, if you're not willing to expand your container and your awareness, to change and take your mind set from things that currently hold you back, keep you stuck, or limit you in your awareness and your thinking and your opportunities, then collaborations will never be a thing. But it will have a knock on effect because if you're limited in collaborations, in your ideas, in your expansion, how can you evolve? How can you step into that truth? How can you allow yourself to be vulnerable? How can you be open to change, to that mind shift, to create these new possibilities? So that's where I would say, and I check on with your feelings, because that's where your belief and your power of assumption, as Neville Goddard talks about, what you assume to be true will be true. Everything comes back to your self identity, your self concept of you. This is where empowering you to go all in yourself will elevate not just your business, but absolutely every aspect of your life, beginning with yourself. And that's valuable, folks. That's invaluable. So I hope that helps, and I hope it answered that part of the question.
I think the invaluable is definitely the word for it. And thank you so much. But, Jades, I see you. A two-time best-selling author and one of my great collaborators for this COVID anthology book that we've written. So I'm glad you're here. Yedida's an amazing coach, dentist. Guess what she does? You never guess. Yes, she's a dentist. She's a dentist. I love that. Thank you so much for joining us, my friends. I'm gonna look. I'll finish off on. I have a lot more, but I'll finish off on the point that we're just talking about now, though. Which is the issue of conflict and collaborations. Is it a good or a bad thing? I guess I'll take my response from someone I heard from the audio room today, one of my other audio rooms, Dr. Stella. That's Dr. Cheryl Stella C. Okoli. I said I'll mention her name because now if I'm going to steal her content, I must as well give her the credit for it, right? Now, she makes the point is that what I think, which is conflict in collaborations. So it's often a good thing. We can disagree over our values, over ideas. Now, we can disagree as long as we're being constructive, not destructive. I truly love that. Collaboration is not easy. Like I say, anything that involves other humans, there's going to be a difference in opinion, difference in difference. Every so often there'll be difference in something, right? We have to learn. I've had to learn to make those disagreements work for us. And that's why Donna just mentioned, by being honest with myself. What am I really thinking? What is my issue with this? You know, is there an issue? If there's an issue, what's the issue? I have to state what the issue is for me. But by say, and I normally come back to being clear about my purpose for working with this person. My purpose to deliver more for my clients, to help my clients more. When that's where I'm coming from, I will raise the issue that I see that's not working for us. And let's find a solution. It's definitely just communicating honestly with your collaboration partners. Is key. It's very easy to run out to walk off and say it's not working. Oh, I didn't get my way. Something went wrong. I'm not happy. It's not working. That's not true. I find it's rarely true. And more often than not, just by talking honestly, by aiming to find a solution to whatever our disagreement is, they will find a way forward. That always leads to a happier place. Look, I'll leave it there for now. So I'm keen to hear from those who got their hands up, and if we might have space for one more. As long as we keep our shares short, my friends, let's keep focused. That we can all hear a few more ideas. Donna, so hopefully, so that's my points have been useful for you. If you want to know more, or talk more about the topic, please just get in touch with me. We do put a recording of what we say, Donna and I say, on YouTube. So if there's someone who needs to hear this that's not here, then by all means direct them to our YouTube channel. They can find a recording from tonight. Okay, so I'll keep quiet. Now I'll bring Michael up, and then let's start the conversation. So